Hi there, this is Joe with Go Volleyball. We have a volleyball facility in Colorado Springs where we run adult leagues and youth programs. And I was taping the court tonight, and I thought I would just show you how to do it in case you haven't done it before. Okay? We have 4 courts here. So I'll show you the process. All right? We'll start from the start. So first, what do you need to know for sure? Okay, so you need to get the right kind of tape. So it's like you might be tempted to try painter's tape. Don't do that. Go ahead and get, sorry, trying to get you in focus. Go ahead and get the good stuff. It's Sure Tape P724. It's got to be 2 inches wide. Don't get the 1 inch wide. Okay. The rolls are all the same length. It takes 1.5 rolls to do 1 court. So if you're doing 2 courts, it takes 3 rolls, right? The measurements you want to lay your court out in are the metric measurements, not the foot measurements. So the old American high school was 30 by 60. Now all over the world and all new courts in America, 30 by 60 in metric translates to almost exactly 59 feet long by 29.5 feet wide. 29.5 feet is the measurement you're going to work with almost the whole time during this, doing this. Okay, now what do you need to do the project? Well, first you order your tape. So here's what it looks like. So it's paper. It's like Post-it notes on a roll, kind of, but all one strip. So order the good tape. They cost about a little over $9 a roll, but do it. You need a Sharpie to mark the floor. You might use scissors. You will use a blade to cut it once you lay it down. And then you need a measuring device. You can use these. A metric stick, a meter stick is handy, inches on one side, meter on the other. You use a rag. I'll show you why in a little bit. Let me put that in my pocket. If you have access to one of these, this is what I did this with tonight. A laser measurer, that's awesome. But you don't have to go buy one. Okay, so let's go over here and I'll show you what we're doing. So again, we have 4 courts. So as I was doing this project, I laid out court 1 in phase 1, court 2 as phase 2, 3, 4, etc., just for your convenience. So the first thing you want to do is get your center line right, okay? So your poles will be a certain amount apart, and then you have to get the center line centered in between the poles. So I measured mine I lifted the padding, and I measured from pole, this edge of the pole, to this edge of the pole, and it was whatever it is. And then I subtracted the right amount, and that told me how far off of each pole to come to start the tape. So first thing on your court, get the center line right. Now, really important. So on this court, every court's different, but on this court, this crack is right in the middle. We got lucky. So the tape is centered on that. So you don't put the tape on one side or the other. You split the tape perfectly in half going down the center. Okay? So that's the first thing you do. Then the second thing you do, I'll show you on court 2, is you mark your corners, the 4 corners. Okay, so we'll come over here and I'll show you a corner. So there's a corner, and I marked it with a Sharpie. So you do the measuring, however you do the measuring, you can figure that out. Many different ways work to figure that out. So you mark the 4 corners, 3, 4. That's the next thing you do, okay? Then you go and you tape a box, right? So on this court, on court 3, phase 3, I have all the 4 lines marked. And I want to show you can get the lines really straight with this tape. It's kind of magical how it works. It's not that hard actually. Okay? So first you get your center line, then you mark your corners, then you build a box, and then the last thing you do is lay down the 3 meter lines. Okay, so do that last. That just kind of makes it easier. And then you have a court. So let me show you, hang there with me if you've been watching. Let me show you how to lay down a line of tape, because this is like the biggest tip that I have to give you. All right. So the tape, again, it's like Post-it. Look, you can put it down, and if you don't like it, you just pull it up. That's why you use this tape and not other tapes. So when you're starting a line, you got to get the first 6 inches right. So take your time, get the first 6 inches just right. It wasn't just right, so I'm going to do that again. All right. And then if you have a buddy, they can put their foot on that and hold it. I'm using the kettlebell tonight. So here's the important part. Don't try and stick it to the floor as you go. Don't do that. Don't. It just doesn't work. So watch. Hold it off the floor, and you just walk. Keep it off the floor. All right, and then you eyeball where you're going to lay it down. It's off the floor, it's not sticking anywhere. And then you just lower it into place. So I got that one really straight. But let's say if somehow it wasn't straight, watch. You just pull it up and it can move again. So eyeball it, lay it down, look at it before you mark it in. Cut it. Here's where you use the rag on the ground. And you don't have to push, you just slide. All right. And then you have a good line. So that wasn't that hard, right? So that's how you lay down courts. There's obviously different right ways to do it. I've worked with some people from USA and USA Volleyball, and that's how we did it with them, and it's worked for me for years. So good luck. If I can be of assistance to you, our organization is Go Volleyball, Go ! Volleyball. The website is CO for Colorado volleyball.com, covolleyball.com. I'm Joe, if I can help you out. Oh, so this YouTube channel that this is on, we're going to build it over time. It's going to have great instructional videos on how to coach and how to play. So enjoy taping your courts, and I hope to see you in the gym someday.